It's sleek, it's sexy, and it's powerful, but it's also electric. This is the 2020 Harley-Davidson Livewire, and this is your L2R review. So the first thing I noticed when I jumped onto this bike, it's a very narrow design, ideal for weaving in and out of traffic. But one thing I did too is I also reminded myself, I know this is a Harley-Davidson, but I'm not going to compare it to other Harley-Davidson. Forget about the sound, forget about the traditional boom boom of the Harley-Davidson. I wanted to give this bike a chance. That's how I'm going to rate it on its own merits. So here's the specs. This is an electric motor motorcycle. We know that. No internal combustion here, I'm telling you. 105 horsepower, and man, do you feel it. It's got an electric motor torque, and it does torque big time. Liquid cooled, belt driven. Transmission, no clutch, one speed, but that speed can go from 0 to what the? Trust me. But hold on, you will feel the G-forces on the 2020 Harley-Davidson Livewire. So as Harley-Davidson talks about this bike as being a city bike, yeah, I get it all the way. The range, according to details from Harley-Davidson, you got about 250K in the city. Now, if you want to take a little farther on the highway, expect your kilometers to drop significantly, maybe to about $150, give or take. So it's the stop and go driving that's going to give you the extra boost, the extra charge. Now, you want to charge this thing? Here's the deal. You got to make sure that you don't go to any of these ones that don't have the right charging system, i.e. Tesla. You got to go to the charging systems that are all across Canada, and you'll find them at the Petro-Canada stations. And of course, there's apps all over the place, the Plug Share, the Charge Hub, the Charge Point. You'll find out. Bottom line is, fuel cost, zero. And that in itself is enough incentive to want to pick up one of these beauties. To charge it full, if you go to a supercharger, you're looking at about a 40-minute wait. Yeah, ain't so bad. And when you take it home, just plug it into any socket and expect the charge to take anywhere between 6 and 8 hours, depending on how much battery charge you have left in the bike. So let's talk about some of the pros. The power, no question, it delivers big time. Sex appeal, man, just take a look at this baby, you bet. Rideability, again, it's a very thin design. It fits like a glove and very narrow through traffic as you head through the city. Now, my cons. The side mirrors, forget about them. Sure, they look pretty, but man, they don't do nothing. Yeah, resize them, reposition them, then we'll talk. The battery charge, low quality on the highway, we know that, so if you want it for the city, this is the perfect bike. Storage, well, expect to carry a backpack on every ride. There's not much room for storage, there's more room for design. So here's my overall performance on the Harley-Davidson 2020 Livewire. This is a dream bike for someone who understands power, design, and performance. This is an urban bike, bar none. In and out of traffic, you can handle very easily around corners, and as an urban driver, that's exactly what you want. I also found that this was not a highway bike. For me, this was more of a city bike, and here's why. The battery charge on the highway seemed to drop significantly, but when I hit the city, it dropped, but not as big increments. Some are saying that the price of $37.5 Canadian might be a little restrictive. That's for you to decide. Bottom line, I love the ride, the design, the responsiveness. This bike delivers. The Harley-Davidson 2020 Livewire is something you want to get your hands on. But the one thing I will say about this bike is the cost. That's why I give it a 4 out of 5. You have to decide if $37.5 Canadian is worth the investment. More of these reviews on the L2R Reviews coming up. Thanks for watching. Now let's go for a ride. Yeah!